When your past shows its face, when you fell from the grace, forgive the ones you blame. Forgive yourself just the same. When I remember who I am, I can surrender to the peace I am. I am always loved. I am always loved. I am always loved. I will always love. The temptation is strong to strike out and do harm, but you're better than this way. Power lives in the words you say. When I remember who I am, I can surrender to the peace I am. I am always loved. I am always loved. I am always loved. And I will always love. All the names on the wall tell us division always costs and fails us. May love unite us all together to become just one family. When I remember who I am, I can surrender to the peace I am. I am always loved. I am always loved. I am always loved. I will always love. And you were always loved. Always remember the best that you can. Try to remember you were always loved. You were always loved. You were always loved. You were always loved. Thank you, everybody. You might recognize this one. This may be the last of my George Harrison that I can pull out for you. I played everything I've ever known of his, but this one is a really good one. And you can sing along to this too if you remember. how it goes a little bit. I'll give you a little tutorial about it. My sweet Lord, hallelujah, my Lord, hallelujah, my sweet Lord, hallelujah, my Lord, hallelujah. And it goes like this. Really want to see, hallelujah, really want to be with you, hallelujah. Really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord. Hallelujah, my sweet Lord. Hallelujah, my Lord. I really want to know you. I really want to show you. I really want to know you, Lord, and it won't take long, my Lord. Hallelujah, my sweet Lord, my Lord. My sweet Lord, hallelujah, my sweet Lord, hallelujah, my Lord, hallelujah. I really want to be with you. I really want to see you, Lord. Really want to know you, Lord, and it won't take long, my Lord. Hallelujah, my sweet Lord, my Lord. Good one. There should be a part here where I tell a joke or something, but it's not quite. But no, I got it. Got to tune it up. Just like the rest of us, right? Have to tune up. Sometimes I fall out of tune. Just quickly get back in, that's all. There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. And now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling to make it through just another day, well, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it all go. And this is what you've got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. And with my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Woo! No more struggle, no more strife. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free, free, free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Hey, woohoo! Can I sit here? Spirit is definitely in this place. And here, as we open our hearts and minds to each other and remember who we are, we deepen our connection with that living presence. And how lovely it is to come together. Brothers, sisters, we are here to celebrate life, remembering that there is only one life, and it's God's life, and it's perfect. And that life is our life to live fully and completely, joyfully, gratefully, resoundingly. And so as we come together, it's with the beautiful remembrance that there is only one, and that one is expressing itself magnificently, so beautifully, by means of each and every one of us and everyone who is with us online right now today. So we give thanks for the opportunity to let God be God in us today, to deepen our connection, to expand our horizons, and to do what we are here to do. How blessed we are to be the emissaries of God's love and light and life. Something beautiful is unfolding for us all this morning, right here in this place. How grateful we are. How grateful we all are. And in releasing this word to God's perfect law, I'm inviting you to join me by saying, and so it is. Happy Sunday, everybody. We finally got to spring, didn't we? We got to spring, and I'm so happy about it. Sunshine and everything. And I'm so happy to see each and every one of you. And I'm so happy to feel everybody who's out there in internet land with us, because you all are definitely a part of this community. We are one community, no matter where we happen to be, whether it's here, hither, or yon. We are all one beloved community, which makes my heart happy. So good that you're here. And if you're here for the first time out there somewhere, please know that this is a place you are welcome. This is a welcoming place of love, inclusivity, kindness, generosity, and living, learning, and loving, because we'll get to that in a while. That's what we do here. We have beautiful spiritual tools that we use for all kinds of human problems, experiences, whether they're individual, personal ones, or whether they're in our larger community or in the world itself. And thank God that we are some of the light bearers who are truly making a difference in our world in our own special, particular ways. So we give thanks for that opportunity. We give thanks to meet here in this lovely sanctuary that is the United Church of Christ Valley Forge, our dear friends who have welcomed us with open hearts and arms. And so it's a good thing that God is in this place all the time, and we give thanks for that. We also give thanks that wherever you may be on your spiritual path, we welcome, salute, honor, and respect it, because we're all walking along in our spiritually evolutionary processes. And so we're all in the right place And when we come together, we're definitely in the right place. And so we find that we laugh together and cry together, love together, pray together, and this afternoon, play bingo together. Woohoo, yeah. So it's a good thing to be in community, and this is a beautiful community. And of course, we belong to the greater community, which is worldwide, the Centers for Spiritual Living, and that's what we're about, spiritual living. And one of the things that we all like to say on a Sunday afternoon, or any time we happen to think about it, is what we are doing here is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we all have an opportunity to do that in small ways, medium ways, large ways, whatever is right for us. As Mother Teresa said, I'm just a little pencil in God's hand. And so whatever we are able to do and willing to do to make a difference in our worlds and in our whole humankind, which is spiritual humanity, whatever we find ourselves guided to do, let's do it with pizzazz and with gratitude and with joy. And let's do that with this next mission, which is we are here co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all. Now, what would that look like, do you suppose? Well, imagine all of humanity realizing, as they awaken to their spiritual magnificence, realizing and remembering that there's only one life, and that each of us gets to live that life uniquely, fully, according to our own creative intentions, and recognizing and celebrating and respecting everyone else's path. Well, that sounds to me like a world that could work for everyone, allowing God to really express beautifully in and through each of us, and to notice that other people are doing the same thing in their own unique way, which we respect. Don't you like that? I love that. And so, as a community here, what is our statement that we say each week? And maybe every time you get up in the morning, I suppose. All right. What are we all about here? Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. Yay. Now, I'd like to invite, this is the last time for a while that Reverend Mike will be presenting one of the declarations of principles that Ernest Holmes wrote called What We Believe, because there are 15 of them. So guess which one he's going to be sharing with you today? Oh, they're so smart.
Smart. Good to see you, and good to see you in internet land.
Here,
Microphone right there. Yes. Anyhow, this is it. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny, for we understand that the life of all is God. And you take a look at that, it's, whoa! That means everybody shares the same life that we share. There is one life. That life is whose life? God's life. That life is my life. That life is your life. So why don't we awaken to that all the time? That gives us an opportunity, something to meditate on, something to lift our own consciousness to. Look at the person next to you or across the aisle from you. Right where you are, God is. You are that, and so it is.
And so it, and he memorized it. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear Reverend Mike. Okay. Well, we have one of our multitudinous teens here today, and I'm going to do my best not to embarrass you, Lilia. I'm just so glad that you're here, that you're representing all the teens in the world, and I thank you for that. So, do you know who you are? Have you ever heard this? Who do you think you are? Yeah? Well, that's a whole different connotation than what I'm talking about right now. Do you know who you are? You don't. Well, let me help you with this. You're not just and this is speaking to all the other teens and kids out there, and those within us as well. that you're not just a daughter or a son, a soccer or violin player. You're a magnificent part of God's life. Do you hear that? Do you know that? You're getting to know it, getting to know you. We spend our whole lives getting to know God, getting to know God. And we have a song coming, I think. And we're here, what? To learn and to love and to laugh and to have one beautiful experience after the next. What do you suppose is the will of God? It's for life and more life. It's for health and happiness, abundance and joy. It's to eat for each of us to do our part to bring heaven to earth. How are we going to do that? First, by remembering who we are. And then when we remember who we are, it becomes easier to remember who other people are as well. And we want to help other people to learn that they're amazing too. When anyone may say something unkind to you, I would suggest you give yourself a self-esteem bath. And you could do that by saying to yourself, I am a unique and essential expression of God's life. I'm part of divine life. I'm expressing that divine life. I was born of love, and I share that love with others. I'm enough and more than enough to shine all the light and all the love that's within me with everyone. Did you memorize that? That's okay. You want to bring your toy? You want to bring your toy? Ray brought a toy. And I think it's important that we all allow ourselves to have fun because God is joy along with everything else. And so a friend of his made this. And what would you call that creature anyway?
Well, it's a creeping lizard.
It's a creeping lizard. Mm-hmm. Okay. But you have control over it. I want you to know that you have control of all the creeping lizards in your life. Here we go.
Anyway, I have friends that are smart. That's why I get it.
So, it's a good thing to, thank you, Ray. It's a good thing to have some laughs and joy in our lives because that's really the way that God loves to show up through us in the world. And so it is. And now, with all that frivolity, let's have some more by having Monet Farrington, our Vice President of the Board, come and share announcements with you.
Good morning. My name is Monet Farrington, and I am the VP of your Board of Trustees. Bada Bada Bingo is today. I hope to see you guys there. Come and have some fun with the GPCSL friends here in Fellowship Hall, down at the end of the hall, following celebration from 2:30 to 4:30 today. I plan on winning at least one round, just to let you guys know. Nibbles and New Thought will be held on April 7th at TJ's Restaurant in Paoli from 6:30 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. And then there is a full moon ceremony on Friday, April the 11th from 7 to 8 in Collegeville at Diane's house. She's been holding them there, and they have been amazing. So thank you for doing that, Diane. And then watch for classes to begin in May. This information and more can be found at our website at www.cslphilly.org. And that is it for today's announcement. Thank you.
when peace was on the earth, and joy and happiness did reign, and each and every person knew their worth. In my heart, I yearn for that spirit's return. There's a place where love forever shines. Rainbows are the shadows of a presence so divine. And the glow of that love lights the heavens above. The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for everyone. The Creator has a working plan, peace and happiness for every woman and man.
Let's take a deep breath, holy breath of spirit, and let it revive us as it circulates through our bodies, our thoughts, our feelings, our entire consciousness. And then let that breath just feel natural and normal. And allow the breath to become a bridge to the heart. Let's enter into the heart. Feel the welcoming divine embrace. The quietness that lives within transforms the outer roar from deafening frustrations to symphonies that soar. For though I live within the world, there lives a world in me where all is heard through peaceful ears of deep tranquility. So in the quiet of my heart, the deeper tones emerge as dissonant intrusions and melodies converge. The maestro's hand expertly moves. The instruments respond. Sweet harmonies are now in play as my heart holds the wand. The greatest song is yet to be. The world in sweet serenity. This is the deep truth of each of us and all of us, that center of peace is forever there beckoning us to come, to listen with the ear of the heart, to see with the eye of the heart. And in this place, we rest, and we are engaged in the deepest life and love. And all is well. All is well, truly, truly. All is well.
The Creator has a master plan, peace and happiness for every man and woman. The Creator has but one demand: peace and happiness through all the land.
Now I would like to invite our practitioner of the day to come up for Practitioner Corner, and that would be Joe Lurquin.
Thank you, Reverend Maxine. Good morning, or good afternoon to all, since it is a transition period still. But this is the afternoon, and everything is bright and sunny out there and beautiful. And this is spring. We seem to have a little reverb here. Welcome to today's celebration. My name is Joe Lurquin. I am a professional licensed practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, and this is the Practitioner Corner. And this is where I can read and discuss things with you as an interpretation that I have and that we can take as part of our own. And I'd like to read the following from 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, page 93. And I will do a reading and then a little interpretation through treatment. Each one of us has access immediately to our own consciousness, to that an absolute, unconditional presence that molds and makes things out of itself, by itself, directly becoming the thing it makes. The secret of effective prayer lies in the realization that there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. That subtle presence we call mind or spirit is the giver, and we are the receiver. But how can we make the gift unless we accept it? One of the first things to do is to learn to expect and to accept the divine nature flowing through everything we do. God is eternally present, and we are the instruments of its expression, but only as much as divine essence is ours to use as we permit to flow through our complete and unrestricted faith. To understand our unity with God is the beginning of wisdom. I realize that we can express our divinity today should be the start of a conscious practice that will gradually conduct us to a greater and greater experience of life. Thus, we will demonstrate not only that an infinite good exists, but that is now operating in our experience. This is our purpose of the practice of science of mind. Our consciousness is in the indwelling spirit, and the embodiment of its gifts bring unto the dominion of good. Please relax and let a power greater than myself work for me, in me and through me. I state this treatment in the first person. I invite you to take it for yourself. I believe in the universal presence as power for good. I now accept its actions in my life. I know that there is strength and vitality, a livingness flowing through me and out into everything I do or say or think. I am the very embodiment of this divine essence. There is no sense of weakness or lack of strength. Rather, the fullness and the completion of it is always present, always activated. I combine the belief I have in it with the conscious use I make of it, completely accepting and no longer rejecting the flow of power through me. I release this treatment knowing that it is complete right here and right now, as we say together, and so it is. I knew there was more to this sheet than I stopped, and I got to stop hitting this microphone. Today's affirmation: I am a unique and precious expression of God's life, a marvelous masterpiece of the divine. Thank you.
This next song I got from the movie Bruce Almighty. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, you do. It's called God-Shaped Hole. My favorite part of the movie is when he's asking God to give him a sign, and he looks out and there's a marquee on a truck driving by that says, "Go this way." And he says, please, God, you've got to, so another marquee goes by, you idiot, you got to go this way. And he still didn't get it. And I'm like, I relate to that sometimes. Although now I'm getting better. Every point of view has another angle, and every angle has its merit too, but it all comes down to faith. That's the way I see it. You can say that love is not divine, and you could say that life is not eternal, and all we have is now. But I don't believe it. There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, and the restless soul is searching. There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, and it's a void only God can fill. Does the world seem gray with empty longing, wearing every shade of cynical? And did you ever feel there is something missing? There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, and the restless soul is searching. There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, and it's a void only God can fill. There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, and the restless soul is searching. There's a God-shaped hole in all of us, only He can fill. Only He can fill. Only she can fill.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Ray. Thank you. I'd forgotten all about that. How wonderful. And that's so true right now, isn't it? And all the time. But particularly for us who are living here in this time and in this place, to understand that there is so much we need, sure, to be aware of out there, but so much more for us to be aware of in here. Because things come and go. Change is absolutely possible and constant, and it's designed that way. And so as we're continuing this month with the divine discipline and delight, knowing there is delight in the discipline of keeping our minds and our feelings and our hearts and our speech and our actions in alignment with what really fills that soul hole that we're all seeking, then we are living our lives intentionally and in a way that produces good and more good, rather than the nincompoopery we are ignoring. Yes? We're not ignoring it. We're recognizing that there are a lot of mistakes that are possible for people to make. And did you notice that people keep making them? Did you also notice that sometimes we keep making them? And so this is why we need to use our sweet discipline to return often to the place where there is life, God's life, pure, perfect, complete, whole, abundant, healthy, whole, and loving, and wise, and filled with light. You know, whether we're aware of it or not, this exists. And we're awakening all the time to remembering, and we use our divine discipline to remember that eternal, infallible, forever truth, that there is God and nothing else. There is God and nothing else. Yes, we were given choice, free reign over our thoughts, over our consciousness. And so we are very wise to use that choice for good. That first song that Ray wrote, that I'm always love, you're always love. In this perfect world that we are imagining and visioning and working toward, not only do we have the ability to express our divinity in our own beautiful, unique way, not only does everyone else have their ability to express their truth in their own unique way, but underneath it all, there must be the awareness of love, the impeccable truth of our being and of all of this universe, that love and harmony underlie it all, without exception. And so all of the contents of our world, all of the contents of our lives are held in a context of infinite love and perfect harmony. Now we need to remember that, don't you think? And it's in the turning away from what's upsetting and scaring us and diving more deeply into that divine presence within that we ultimately realize that this is the truth. It's a divine design that we're talking about today. I love this quote from Pablo Casals, and I especially want Lilia to listen today. The child must know that he or she or they is a miracle, that since the beginning of the world, there hasn't been, and until the end of the world, there will not ever be another child like you. Never. So first, let's remember that this universe is divinely designed, right? Spirit is all there is. It is the universal presence of love, and it indwells and expresses through each and every one of us. It's ever present. It is all-knowing, all-loving. It is the original presence itself. And as you've often heard me say, we are wise to court this presence. It is the originating spirit, is the presence and power of love itself. And then there is the immutable law of God that works definitively and accurately. This divine design is wonderful for us to revisit from time to time. There's an infinite intelligence that guides everything, and it's accessible to us and to all sentient beings. Oh, you should see the bird feeder when Reverend Mike goes out there and fills it up. There's an infinite intelligence within all of his feathered friends to show up at the right time and desecrate those bird feeders until he's ready to fill them up again. They know. The geese know how to fly in formation. The birds know how to move from one climate to another and then come back when the time is right. Bears know how to hibernate. Now watch out, because it won't be long before they start coming out of their dens. There's an infinite intelligence. It is a divine design. And the loving presence and that infinite intelligence is our very life. You see, each of us is a microcosm in the great macrocosm. And we fulfill this divine intention in our own personal way. So let's be wise enough to dive deeply all the time into this loving presence, to align ourselves with it and with the infinite intelligence, which is always ready to guide us into right choices and decisions. There are worlds that exist within our amazing bodies. And that's a marvelous thing to realize, too, that our anatomical systems rival any planetary system. There's all kinds of activity, intelligent, loving, wonderful activity going on within our bodies all the time. And I love the word homeostasis. If something happens, an injury or an infection or an illness or something, already, instantly, this divine design is such that the infinite intelligence and wisdom are going to work to bring us back to our original wholeness. It's a good thing to remember that. Our minds are some part of the infinite mind. It's a wonderful thing to realize that. It's not your mind and my mind, over there, over here. How in the world could we communicate with one another if we didn't share one mind, one infinite mind? And then we have the opportunity and the choices to set our intentions for how we choose to bring things into being with the use of this infinite mind. Your inner light, and my inner light, is a manifestation and a unique expression of the one light. And that's a good thing to remember, too. And our hearts are always held in the one heart. And isn't that the sweetest, most powerful thing to remember when we're upset or nervous or concerned or even afraid? Our hearts are always held in the one great heart. And also, I think it's good, I know it's good for us to realize that every thread of our experience, our entire lives, is essential to our life's tapestry. Did you ever think of your life as a beautiful tapestry? Think of that right now. And all of the threads, the red ones, the green ones, the black ones, the gray ones, the purple ones, the yellow ones, they're all necessary to the beauty of the tapestry that you and I are continuing to create. Every action, every relationship, all the wins, all the losses in your entire life actually have contributed to who you finally realize you are today. If we look back, just a little glance in the rearview mirror, just long enough to see everything, everyone, every experience, every opportunity, every supposed mistake I ever made has created this beautiful tapestry that we are today and that we're continuing to work on. It doesn't stop. It goes on and on. So let's make peace with our past. I'm popping my peas. Let's make peace with our past and recognize that we're wise to bless, truly bless every experience, every relationship, every opportunity we've ever known. See, you and I did what we thought was appropriate at the time. We did it fine with the information that we had at the time, didn't we? It's only now as we're looking back that we might have done it differently. Good for us. We won't do it like that next time, but that's how we did it before, so bless it. And recognize it is added to the sum total of the beautiful being that we are right now today. Bless and release every moment of your life that has led up to this beautiful experience that we're having right now. And now, bless, this is maybe a bigger one, bless and praise every bit of mischief that you may see in the world right now. Is that harder? Can we do it? Should we do it? I think so. Not to condone it, thank you very much, but to see how it must fit into the greater design. God has a better plan. That plan has never been stapled, folded, or mutilated in any way. That divine design is still the reality underlying everything else. And sometimes it seems we need an egregious thing or occurrence or behavior to wake us up, to remember to fill that God-shaped hole in our souls. We want to return to source, always return to source. That's always the answer, isn't it? To refuse the appearance in terms of not pretending it's not happening. It's happening. But to refuse the appearance that it's going to stay, it can't, it won't. There's a divine design underneath everything that assures the wholeness, the livingness, the health and well-being, the abundance of every good thing that humans can desire. We want to remember that God is bigger than that, as the kids say. Remember, this too shall pass. It came to pass, did not come to stay. We have the power to change conditions. How do we change conditions? By changing our consciousness, by diving deeper into that sublime reality that God is ever present, omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, omniactive, always present, always knowing, always wise, always expressing. We, you and I, and all the beloveds who are working toward a greater world, we are the instruments through which the light of Christ can shine and is shining, so that whatever appears to be darkness disappears. The darkness doesn't stand a chance when the true light comes on, does it? You know from whence we came. We know our source, and we get to keep the high watch. Do you know what you've always been? You have always been pure spirit. In fact, say with me, I am pure spirit. I am pure spirit. Turn and look at somebody. You are pure spirit. I want you to remember that this week. That's your assignment. I am pure spirit. That instantly removes us from whatever may be trying to get our attention and grab us in the wrong places. Everyone can experience their spiritual magnificence. Your oneness with the divine loving presence, your expression of the infinite intelligence, your ability to shine the light of the Christ, your willingness to see the divine design in yourself and in others and in the world is the way that we are lifting up this world, all humanity, all sentient beings. Will you say with me, the universe is divinely designed. I remember who I am. I embody this spiritual magnificence. I see and celebrate spirit everywhere. And in everyone. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you, loves. Thank you. Okay. All right. This would be the time that we get to share of our abundance, share in order to allow that beautiful prosperity to multiply in our lives, share in order to grow this beloved center, share in order to allow us as a beloved community to do what we choose to do to make a positive difference in this world. And so it's my joy to invite you to share however you wish. If you give in other ways besides the way I do, and you've already given online or however, just put your hand over the plate and just bless it. Let it multiply for everyone, yes? Okay, together. I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so are you.
I celebrate my abundance today by giving this gift. I show my faith as I open my heart. My world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love I give always gives back to me. And knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know all that I give to myself.
We bless these gifts, giving thanks that they come from the heart of love, and that they grow and multiply and bless each of the givers as they also bless our beloved community. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. I have a few handouts I'm going to put out in the foyer. Some people say foyer, I say foyer. And I'm not reading them. I'm going to put them there in case you're interested in seeing them. And I give thanks that you have made a difference, not only in my life and Reverend Mike's life, but in our greater community, and that you continue to do so in all this world. So at this point, I'm just going to come on down there and invite our dear ministers and practitioners to join me. And after we have a special benediction, then we'll invite Ray to come down, the boy Ray, the Roy boy, no, Ray to come down. Thank you for your wonderful music today, Ray. Now, let's come down here and then we'll close with our wonderful song. Okay. These are the practitioners, the licensed practitioners of this center who are here to serve you. Just give them a call, catch them online. Thank you. Or if we have a little time before bingo starts, so if you have a pressing problem or situation you'd like to discuss with any of them, you can do the 3-minute miracle. And you know how that goes. You simply choose one, find a little corner, and in 25 words or less, you speak to them of what you would like, and they will give you a very brief but powerful spiritual mind treatment, okay? So these are the ones, and when we have others, where's Cheryl? Okay, we have 6 altogether. 4 are here, and 2 are in different states, and they can be reached as well. Okay, so the loving presence, the wise and wonderful expression of the living God, is itself a divine design that replicates itself in each one of us and in the world. So as we go forward, we align ourselves with that loving truth, and we make a difference, shining our light wherever we go, and so it is. Now we're going to sing this song. Why would you like to come on down here?
I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. I want to know you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to see you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to hear you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. I want to feel you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. And I want to praise you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil. And I want to love you. Oh God, I'm raising the veil between me and my God. No separation, no distance at all. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. God is right here in my heart. I'm raising the veil. God is right here in my heart. Where I stand is mine. God is right here in my right where I am is mine. God is right here in mine. No separation. I'm raising the veil. I'm raising the veil. I'm raising the veil.
Yoo-hoo!
Good job.
Fun. Take it on into Fellowship Hall. If you didn't bring it, there will be snacks. Okay?